Hello, my name is Graham, and what I do is I make video diaries on the internet, and these are some of them. Enjoy. So, 6 months ago, I joined a local gym for the first time in my life because I quite fancied having a body like this. I've seen this type of body a lot in the magazines and the music videos, and so I imagine that it's a body that is attractive to women, and I would like to have some women, and joining a gym seemed like a good plan to get that. But no, it's been 6 months now, and well, this is me. This is me right now, this morning, and frankly, I'm not impressed. So I went down to the gym to talk to the manager and tell him that I wasn't happy, and he said it's not enough just to pay for a gym membership. You actually have to go there every day and use the weight machines. And if I'd known that at the start, I wouldn't have bothered, because I don't I don't like hard physical exertion. It's not enjoyable for me, unless it ends in an orgasm. But I somehow got the impression that in the gym that would not be allowed. I try to eat healthily. I like bacon, but I'm a bit peeved. It was a huge waste of money, and I don't know. I'm quite angry. My ex-wife was extremely selfish. I'll give you an example that shows just how selfish she was. She had a friend who I found very attractive, and on numerous occasions I asked my wife to invite her friend to join us in bed, but no matter how many times I asked, she would always find some excuse to avoid doing it. I'm not into threesomes, she'd say. Or one time she said, I'm totally heterosexual and I have no desire to be in an intimate situation with my best friend. So I told her that she wouldn't necessarily have to be actively involved. She could just watch or go and read a book and leave us to get on with it. But she used some very bad language, and she stopped speaking to me for a few days. But the point is, I often did things for her that I would have preferred not to do. I mean, I once went with her to IKEA to buy rugs, which wasn't pleasant, but I did it. Selfish. I've just discovered a website called eBay.com where you can bid on things in a kind of virtual auction. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm bidding on some water skis. Oh, you bastard. One of the things my wife used to hate about me was my tendency to look at other women. Often we would be walking together in the street, and even though my wife was very good looking at the time, I would see other women who were more attractive simply because they weren't my wife. And I would occasionally glance at these women discreetly, and somehow my wife would notice and get mad. And I thought this was unfair because I wasn't allowed to get annoyed about my wife's need to stop and stare into the window of every shoe shop in town, even though she was essentially doing the same as me. And I said this to her once, and she said, "It's not the same." And I said, "It is. It's exactly the same. I, as a man, am biologically programmed to desire other women, just as you, as a woman, seem to be biologically programmed to desire shoes. And although it's harder to understand the evolutionary advantage of the accumulation of footwear, I'm willing to respect your need to ogle." And she said, "Stop talking now," but I didn't. I went on. I said, It could also be argued that there are certain similarities between shoes and women." And she said, "Oh yes." And I said, "Yes. For a start, both shoes and women are designed to have parts of the body inserted into them." And at this point the conversation ended, because she left the room. It's often a dangerous topic of conversation. Shoes.